Outside the formal sessions this morning, I also had a chance, the very first thing, to sit down with Mark Groden, CEO of Skyryse. Skyryse are the people in California who are developing a revolutionary flight control software architecture. Not just software, it's hardware elements as well, but it's a flight control system which brings the benefits of fly-by-wire to older airframes, specifically those which currently operate in the VFR environment. And that's for fixed wing as well as in the rotary world. The problem with that is, of course, when you talk about VFR only flying, there's a problem with reliability and dispatch reliability. According to Groden, that's no way to go forward when you talk about advanced air mobility and reliability of service.
Hi, I'm Mark Groden, founder and CEO of Skyryse. We ran an air taxi service in 2019 in the city of Los Angeles. And what that service meant was that people in Los Angeles that had access to our app on their phones could actually book door-to-door travel in our system. So we had cars that picked up people at their origin, we drove them to helicopters, hot-loaded them into helicopters, flew them across town, and then put them into cars to take them to their final destination. One of the reasons why we operated in the city of Los Angeles was because we knew this was one of the best weather systems in the whole country. What we discovered was that about 25% of the time, the weather conditions did not allow us to operate our helicopters because they were not certified to fly IFR, instrument flight rules. What that means is we were canceling on people that booked our service about 25% of the time. And if you could imagine getting into your car and it didn't turn on 25% of the time, that's not a useful transportation mode at all. We'd abandon our cars and look for something else, right? That's more than one time a week that your car is not successfully getting you to your destination. And what it also means, if you want to offer air taxi service, where the value proposition, one of them is time saved. Well, if you built your calendar around an air taxi service that's supposed to get you to your destination in a very short period of time, and now you're canceled and you have to go get into a car and fight your way through traffic, well, it just blew up your entire day. So you're probably not going to book the service again because it just completely reshuffled your calendar. So what we learned is that if you don't have the ability to fly IFR, instrument flight rules, you don't have a transportation system and you can't meaningfully offer an air taxi system as we're all envisioning. And for that reason, we've developed our technology, and we're just announcing today that we are certifying our technology to make aircraft, light utility helicopters, capable of flying IFR, and starting with the Robinson R66.
It's about more than just the dispatch reliability and the business case for Skyryse. There's also a significant flight safety improvement element as well. The system is certified to 10 to the minus 9. That's air transport category level stuff. They're aiming to reduce the number of incidents, accidents, and bring that level of safety, that air transport category level of safety, to the general aviation arena.
Our long-term goal is to make general aviation have 0 fatalities in a year. Right now, it's around 400 accidents a year. And the top causes for fatal accidents are really around things like inadvertent flight into IFR conditions, controlled flight into terrain, and exiting the flight envelope. All of these things today are supported or solved in transport category gate flying airplanes. And they've done that through high levels of automation. And that type of technology, high levels of automation and fly-by-wire systems, haven't yet made their way into general aviation and are a long ways from helicopters. What we've done as a company is we've built a flight automation technology stack, which includes a completely redefined cockpit user interface in order to leverage the most advanced automation systems you can find in the market today and package them in a way that brings them into light utility aircraft like helicopters. And what we're able to do is take off the table the top causes for fatal accidents in general aviation. Now, we can't make them an impossibility, of course, but the aviate, navigate, communicate, the 3 things that the pilot is responsible for, most of the fatal accidents are as a result of a loss of an ability to effectively aviate the platform. And we're taking those aviate pieces off of the cognitive load of the pilot and putting them into our automation system instead.